How important is this road trip in your minds for the Golden State Warriors? I'm going to ask you the same question because it might be money time! Money time! We'll continue to monitor the new league year in the NFL. What happens? Darius Slay he has just been released by the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagle fans are not happy. I'm already seeing some Eagle fans saying, "Oh my God, how could we do that?"
Cry me a river.
Hey, you know what, Eagle fans? Keep crying.
I really want to see what Sirianni looks like without his two coordinators.
Oh, you mean a guy who's going to revolutionize football over the next 20 years? Remember that one?
I do remember that. I'm so glad I lost my mind when he did that, too. I'm glad I defended Bill Walsh. All right, the Warriors.
I'm so glad that they lost the Super Bowl.
Well, that, too.
Cry, Eagles, cry, bum, bum, bum. The Warriors starting off in L.A. against the L.A. Clippers.
This is the one I want bad. Give me the first one. I like this first one.
Set winning the tone.
It would set the tone, get the momentum going. It would also knock down a team that you're fighting for seeding with because obviously when you face that opponent, it knocks them down even farther. I think this is a big one.
How important is this road trip to you? Because there's 8 road games left, 13 games left overall, only 5 at Chase Center where the Warriors have been rolling. And we know they've won 8 straight at Chase Center, 12 of their last 13. It's been a magical place for them. On the road has been different, 7-26. We know about that. Even Steph Curry in the post-game interview Monday night is like, I don't know how we're going to figure it out. We just need to. Now, there is a good side. Jonathan Kuminga's probable.
Yeah.
So you need him back.
I thought he'd be out longer.
Yes. And
the fact he's already probable is like,
a great side.
Really encouraging.
Great side because, you got Kawhi Leonard and Paul George on the other side. You got Russell Westbrook on the other side.
No Iggy, though, is the guess?
Yeah, Iguodala. I saw the injury, and I thought of you immediately.
Why'd you think of me? Why?
Because
why?
When I brought up, hey, sore hip, you kind of laughed the other day. I was like, yo, Iguodala's questionable with a sore hip or probable with a sore hip. You guys are, please. By the way, congrats to Draymond Green. How about this? Draymond Green Show won iHeart's Best Sports Podcast.
Oh, nice.
And Colin Cowherd delivered the good news to him.
Oh.
So Draymond Green tweeted out, I guess I am pretty good with the mic. Compliment well taken. Best podcast, Draymond Green. Wow. How about that? All right, so Jonathan Kuminga. Probable. What's the Andre Iguodala?
Who didn't think he was good with the microphone?
I don't know.
My only criticism of the podcast has been I do like it when his co-host, whoever the other guy is that's producing, jumps in because I think one-man podcasts get kind of tough to listen to. Yeah. I like to hear a little bouncing off, and he was swearing way too much at the beginning of the podcast, and he's fixed that. So, you're going to get better over time the more you do it.
We're going to take the calls. I see the lines lighting up right now, 888-957-9570. Dwayne, look at him tweeting us. Appreciate the shout-out. Listening while taking my daughters to school. And my oldest was like, wait, Daddy, are they talking about you? Yes, daughter, we're talking about your daddy, Dwayne. Out there operating those BART trades. BART's a good job, by the way. If you need a job, holler at Dwayne, man. Operate a BART car. One day we're going to get the axe here. I'm going straight to BART, buddy. I know who my next job is. Getting the hell out the sports world, getting off of Twitter. I'm operating BART trades.
You're so full of it, Pinocchio. You're getting off of Twitter. You live for it.
No, I don't live for it.
You do.
You have more tweets than me over this year. I guarantee you.
I don't know about that.
I just do my quota.
I hit the RT button a lot, retweet. I don't know about putting out original tweets.
Wow, Kelsey Plum. How about this? Robert Griffin III. Darren Waller just got married to Kelsey Plum of the Las Vegas Aces, and Josh McDaniels' wedding present was to trade him to New York. McDaniels is not a romantic. Kelsey Plum quote tweeted that, said, probably because he wasn't invited to the wedding.
Ooh.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Back to the Warriors. Back to Samuel. Pleasant Hill. What's happening, Samuel?
What's up, Sammy?
Hey. Hello?
Yeah, we got you, Samuel. What's up, Sammy?
Hey, do you think that the Warriors are gonna go to the championship game this year?
Well, Samuel, it's a loaded question, and it's a great question.
That's kind of the question we've been asking every day.
Right. Well, first of all, they need Andrew Wiggins back. All right? They need Wiggs. They need Gary Payton II, who will be reevaluated in 9 days. Can you get those guys back? And then, Samuel, we'll see what their chances look like. Right now, they're 5th in the Western Conference. As I look at the Western Conference, 36-33 tie with the Clippers. Mm-hmm. You got Phoenix a game up on the Golden State Warriors in the 4th spot. The Kings, they're 5 games up on the Dubs, 6 on the loss column. So getting that 3 spot is going to be hard unless the Kings just all of a sudden fade down the stretch.
Well, and you look at the Suns, they lost again yesterday. That's 3 in a row. So, the Warriors, there's an opening. There's an opening.
For the 4th spot?
Just don't be the 7 or lower. That's the key for me. And I want to see, like, you're asking me, like, what are you looking for on this road trip? Form. Like,
Good
get
habits.
in form. I don't even care if you lose a bunch of, like, if you go 2 and 3 on this road trip and you lose, some heartbreakers, I'm fine with that. They need to play tight games down the stretch so they can get accustomed to playing in tight games for the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Here's what Sam Amick said yesterday on the Morning Roast. Sam Amick, of course, a national NBA writer. In case you don't know who he is, which if you don't know who he is, then you're not paying attention. He's tapped in with the NBA. National NBA writer, has been covering the league for 2 decades. Sam Amick, one of my favorites. Here's what he had to say about the Warriors' title chances.
You can't sleep on them, obviously. It's the Dynasty Warriors. But I think where I have finally settled is no Andrew Wiggins, no championship. Like, that's baseline. No Andrew Wiggins, probably no, not even any deep playoff contention, no deep playoff run. That Bucks game was a good example where it's just like, listen, Steph was incredible, obviously late. I had a conversation with Giannis post-game that I'll publish in a couple of days here where he talked about Steph and he talked about, like, what he did. He was just amazed. And he goes, what Steph Curry just did, that was art. And that reminds me of what we do. That was art. Kept calling it art, and he's right. But there is a limit to what Steph Curry's art and what some of these other guys, what they do, can do collectively without the type of roster construction that they had last year when they won the whole thing.
So that's Sam Amick. And I agree with him, Shasky. No Wiggins, no title.
The Wiggins thing is just so perplexing because are we just going to go, like, let's say he does not return. We're never going to have any conclusion on that. His teammates aren't going to know whether he's coming or going.
I think there will be a conclusion. I think at some point it does come out if he doesn't come back.
When does that? Yeah, I know, but that's my point.
I have no idea.
When is that line?
I have no idea.
I know.
I mean,
and then, like,
there's 13 games left. I would like to see Wiggins back at some point in this road trip.
Do some people know and not everyone knows?
I'm guessing the team and the organization knows. But everything else is G13 classified, and nobody's leaked a damn thing.
In 2023, it's very surprising that they've had, like, in the bottle.
It shows that it can be done.
Except for videos that come out of the arena.
Yeah.
But yes, you're right, 100%. Like, I just don't know how they're going to navigate this. They need him back, and I get the sense with each passing day
that he's not coming back.
Yeah. Yeah, like my pendulum was, he'll be back very, very shortly, to he'll never come. Like, if we had a spectrum of he's coming back to he's never coming back, it was, he's coming back shortly. And then it's slowly ticking in the other direction. Now I'm all the way on the other side, and I'm saying it's feeling more and more like he's not returning this year.
Boy, I hope that's not the case. By the way, Iguodala is out with left wrist soreness.
Was that from the dunk attempt the other night?
He was icing it post-game. So he's out with left wrist soreness. Hell, you could use Iguodala tonight against those Wings.
I mean, I hate to say that I, told you so, but
who thought Iguodala was going to be healthy? I mean, David Fremont. Dave, what's happening?
Morning, guys.
Morning.
This is playoff atmosphere, baby. This is what we live for.
There you go. I like the passion.
And downs.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ups and downs, but it's okay. We got to go with who is available, baby. Got to turn it on. We don't care who's out. We ain't crying. We're champs. You pass that ball, and then you just put it through. No rim, baby. So this is the time. They're going to do it. They're pulling it together.
Dave, it sounds like
tonight.
It sounds like you're ready. It sounds like you're putting a lot of stock into this road trip. Sounds like this is a turning point for you.
No turning points. It's just they got to do it. They've already been in the play-in. This is what these whole last games were about, right? If we would have lost any of these, we would have been in trouble, man.
Dave is fired up.
Dave,
I needed
are
that.
you a surfer?
Yeah, I needed that.
I'm loving your vibe.
I love the vibe too.
Money time! You should call him Maverick Dave.
Oh man, Jay in San Jose. Jay, what's happening?
Hey, Jay.
You're on the roast.
Hey, how you guys doing? It's a pleasure being here. Hey, I don't want to push too hard on this, but I'm starting to question Wiggins' dedication now. Hear me out.
Uh-oh.
It's because, in recent history, when Michael Jordan was sick, he had the flu. He played, and he had the game of his life. You had Ronnie Lott, he broke his finger. He said, you know what, just take it off. I want to go back in the game. You know what, Brett Favre, he had his turbulence too. But in that game, he threw for a massive amount of yards. Yeah, we got a situation here where we're trying to fight for a championship. Every game is key right now. We got Wiggins, not letting us know what's going on. At least let us know something, for crying out loud. What do you guys think?
That's a great question. 888-957-9570. Because I want to respect his privacy. I want to respect whatever he's going through, Andrew Wiggins, that is. Does he owe an explanation to the fan base? The fan base that pays top dollar for tickets, that buys merchandise, that supports this team through and through. Dub Nation is one of the best fan bases in the world. Television ratings locally are great. Nationally, they're great. The building's always packed. Does Wiggins, because you're a fan, Shasky, you admit it. You don't like the media title, even though you're a media member. Does Andrew Wiggins owe this fan base an explanation about what's going on?
It's a tough one.
I think
it's a tough one.
The guys in the locker room and the organization, yes.
But I'm not sure that everyone has gotten an explanation. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I'm not under the impression that everyone knows. Because the way that these guys are talking, and again, maybe everyone's being cryptic, I could dice up some of the sound bites and I could say, do these guys know what's going on?
Yeah.
Because the way they've talked is whatever he's dealing with, which as in they don't know what the heck he's dealing with. So I don't know. Are we owed anything? No, we're not owed anything. I'm a big believer in each person has to figure out how they want to deal with their circumstance, however they want to deal with it, whether it's grieving a loss of a loved one or a situation. I'll give out more information than, let's say, my cousin would in times of crisis, or maybe less information. There's some subjects I'm more guarded on. You are in a public job, right? That's the one thing that I do think that is different than maybe the normal person, the normal electrician going to work.
Right.
They don't know. There's no fans, right? They owe their coworkers maybe some explanation
their
if
managers.
they determine their employer, but there's no other fandom there.
Right.
In a roundabout way, the fans are part of how you get paid.
Right.
So I do understand that tug and pull, but I don't know if we're obligated anything.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so let's say he sits down at a podium. Let's play this out. And he says, I'm going through something personal. You guys just have to give me time. Does that back people off?
It backs me. First of all, I'm already backed off. I see, absolutely.
Well, I feel, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you me. This is me. I'm afraid to say something one way or the other that I will regret.
Just respect his privacy.
It's not
Is it that hard?
No, it's not just that. Because I think it's human nature
honestly,
to question.
If he said that at the podium, hey, I got some family stuff going on. I need you guys to respect my privacy. I would hope people would back off and say, I'm going to respect
but isn't it also human nature to go, well, what is it? I think
he doesn't have to
most
tell you.
humans, for example, your friends, they're having some issues. What's going on there?
Right.
That's what people do.
Right, they're nosy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We all love gossiping, and anyone who says they don't is full of it. I just respect their privacy. Dude, you're not a priest. Get out of here with that.
Yeah,
so,
the gossip, though.
I'm being real with you, B. I'm being honest. There are many topics that I would like to talk about on this show that I'm you know what? I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to say something that it's going to get me in trouble, and I don't want to regret it. Yeah. Or I don't want to look foolish 2 or 3 weeks from now. That I'm just being real. Yeah. I'm afraid of losing my job or the audience losing respect for me for whatever reason because of a belief or a thought or an opinion or whatever it is. So this Wiggins situation, I'm afraid to say anything.
Well, King Shannon, our boy King Shannon. What up, Shannon? No, Wiggs does not owe anybody an explanation. Family business stays with the family. And that's how I was brought up. You keep it in-house. I don't feel like Wiggins, and I'm not afraid to touch the subject because he's been out now over a month.
I admit
It's now over a month, and he's part of this basketball team. He's an all-star, and he was your second-best player last postseason. You don't win a championship without him defending Luka, without him shutting down Jason Tatum. So it's now at the point where I think a lot of people have respected the privacy, but now it's all right, there's 13 games left. The Warriors are trying to make it this playoff push. What is going on with Andrew Wiggins? Is it a month time? Because, for example, and I'm not saying, I respect Wiggins' privacy. Mm-hmm. I'm not hell-bent on finding out what's happening. I just hope he's okay, first and foremost. I hope the human being is okay. But you look at situations where players do have family members die in the middle of a season. And some family members play through it because their family members say, hey, go play.
Everyone grieves
Everybody grieves differently.
Everyone grieves
and they're back.
Yeah.
You just don't, like, this is just so strange. You don't see a player of his caliber, anybody, that just walks away right before the All-Star game, and there's nothing.
We've had tragedies, me and my wife, right? I don't want to give out too much of this stuff, but like we've had tragedies, and the way the two of us has acted, completely polar opposite. Right. She went right back to work, buried her head in work, and tried to stay busy. Me, I was sitting here like, and I was shook up, you know what I mean, for quite some time. Not that I didn't eventually go back to work, but like I needed a couple days, you know, like, and so we reacted completely different to the same set of circumstances because it hits you different depending on who you are. So I'm not here to tell anyone anything, but on some level, I do think that just saying, hey, I am coming back or not, and maybe he doesn't even know the answer to that, I do think a lot of people are curious. And the longer it goes on, I think it's fair for the human mind to grow in terms of curiosity. Yeah. What could it be? You know, your mind goes crazy. Yeah, I'm not mad at people for asking.
Well, especially people are asking, but they're also going down the Twitter rabbit hole and looking for gossip and typing it in. And what I will not do is go out there and speculate recklessly. That's unfair to Wiggins. Like, there's a lot of reckless speculation when it comes to this.
You mean assuming
things? It's reckless.
Well, yeah. Well, why do you think I don't want to? Why do you think I don't want to go down those roads?
But you know, you're playing the Clippers tonight, and you're going on this 5-game road trip, and you're trying to build some chemistry, and you're trying to get going here, and it's been a month, and now it's like, okay, what's up? I know things are bigger than basketball, but you just wonder. Is he really not going to come back?
Well, I think that, and because if this was just a lost season for a Team X or even a team that like just trying to fight for a playoff spot, I think there'd be some level of curiosity. This is a championship team trying to defend their title, trying to win. Not that changes his equation. Right. I'm saying it changes the pressure surrounding the team because they desperately need him to achieve this ultimate goal as the sand is coming out of the hourglass.
Yeah, look, we're going to get to the calls in just a second. This is a Warriors Wednesday brought to you by Freeman's Appliance. A trusted name since 1922. Visit freemansappliance.com today. If you want to win 2 tickets to the Warriors and Spurs game, March 31st on a Friday, all you have to do is download the Odyssey app or listen at 957thegame.com. The longer you listen to us, which a lot of you guys do, the more chances you have to win. You'll get 1 entry for every hour you listen, and every hour you listen is another chance to win. Up to 8 entries per day. How about that? So download that Odyssey app right now. What are you waiting for? Tickets courtesy of the Warriors. And as always, go to Warriors.com for your tickets now. Hold on, let me say this, Shasky. Yeah. One question that is kind of popping into my head as we talk about Andrew Wiggins. And I wonder, without knowing anything, I wonder if this is going to have long-term ramifications for Wiggins and the organization. I have no idea what's going on.
Meaning animosity grows because you're away.
Because you're away, and some people's growing impatient.
I don't think your reason for being out is worthy. People feel that way on the job site all the time.
Some people may not be understanding. Kerr is. Let me give you an example. Curry is. Draymond is. Jordan Poole is. But what if somebody in upper management is saying, well, what's going on? We just gave him a big fat extension.
Look, my brother was still in the unions, and for a long time before he worked for the city, he feared going on vacation because it's like, if I go on vacation and I miss some time, I come back, I could be laid off. Yeah, like that's literally how people refuse to go on vacation in the trades at times.
My first few years of radio, I did not want to take
because
days
they're afraid. They're literally afraid that they're going to get fired. Yep. So I do think that there is, a level of insecurity from a lot of people like us, normal folk, because if we take time off, there are repercussions, right? Like not for everyone, and each situation is different, but like I think that the payment element is a part of it. And I'm seeing texts go through on the text line and to my personal phone, is he still getting paid? Is he still making money? Yes. And I don't know if that changes the equation for people.
Yeah, let's go to Tyler in the city. Tyler, what's happening? You're on the roast.
Man, y'all up here acting real scary right now, Bonte. Come on, bro.
Acting scared about what?
People to win a title?
What? You don't win the title without Andrew Wiggins, Tyler.
We've won 3 titles without Andrew Wiggins before.
Yeah, Kevin Durant for 2 of them. You had Harrison Barnes for another one. And Curry was a lot younger.
Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green for those. Bonte, come on, bro. The squad is literally getting it together right now. Kuminga averages 10 points a game. GP2 averaged 7 points a game last year. Those two can guard the people who Wiggins was going to guard. as long as we have Steph, Clay, and Draymond in the lineup, there's never in doubt. We're never in doubt.
So without Wiggins, you believe the Warriors can win this fifth banner?
Yes, the Nuggets just lost last night to the Toronto Raptors. They're fraudulent. The Memphis Grizzlies, I know you're not afraid of the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah, no doubt.
The Phoenix Suns have no bench, and Kevin Durant is going to be out until possibly right before the playoffs start. We have a chance, my friend.
You know, Tyler, good call. There is an element of, when it comes to the money stuff, like, whether you want to accept this or not, there's a there's a segment of fans out there that do envy the money at every turn. And believe me, I get it. Costs of living right now in the Bay are through the roof. We all do this. We get our check and we're like, damn, I got to pay this off. There's nothing left. And we know how expensive everything is, right? And so you sit from afar and you look at the athletes and you're like, boo-hoo, you're making $100 million. I've always tried to defend them, saying, hey, mental stuff, family issues, whatever it is, addiction, depression, pick whatever you want. Just because you have money, it doesn't insulate you from those things. Does it help a little? Can it offset? Can you get better resources? Yeah, some of those things can be true. But just because you make a lot of money doesn't mean real life stuff can't supersede it. And I do think that there's a financial envy, not by everyone, not even by the majority, by a certain segment of people, where we look up at these athletes and we're like, bro, I just spent $250 to go to the Warrior game, and this guy can't, like, I get
some people
all
who
sides
think
of
like
it.
that.
I know.
There's people who think
and
like
I don't think they're wrong. I don't think they're bad people.
And here's the thing. We've done a good job on this show of not bringing it up, but it's been over a month now. And every day I go to the grocery store, every day
Everyone
I go drop my clothes in the laundry.
What's going on?
Every time I go to the gym, the first thing, Wiggins, man, what's going on? Wiggins, man, tell me what's going on. And they think I know something. I don't know anything. Even if I did know anything, I wouldn't tell you. But every single day, every single hour, what's going on with Wiggins? So, Chris, David, Bon, we're going to all get you. Stay on hold. Please stay on hold. I want to get you all. This is really good stuff. Andrew Wiggins, Tyler Miller just said they're going to win a championship without Andrew Wiggins. They can. I don't believe they can.